Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Pace Farm, and Hero Hoists.
The United States of America was responsible for the evolution of the automobile in many ways. And the fun side? Well, that could be looked upon as an Americana lifestyle. And now, you are about to see the event in New Zealand that depicts this lifestyle very, very well on this week's Classic Restos.
Back in the 50s, 60s and 1970s, the United States of America was on top of the world in many ways. From this abundance reflected a lifestyle that some of us could only have dreamt about. A time when the world was a little more laid back, and a time when the automobile was an integral part of many lifestyles. Sure, there were most that looked upon the car as point A to point B transport. But then there was the other category of people, the ones that knew how to have fun, and their vehicles were a big part of it. From drive-ins on a Saturday night, or turning up at your local diners, or just cruising the highways and the byways, this Americana lifestyle stood for exactly that, and thousands of miles more. The Americana event typifies the best of the American lifestyle each and every year, and truly is the high-end talk of the Taranaki.
Well, here we go, Americana 2019, our 12th event. Weather gods have been great, so welcome to all the viewers, no matter where you are in the world seeing this program. Americana is a celebration of anything American in the motor vehicle scene. Everything American is what we have. We're running on for 2019, I think we're about 882 vehicles registered. Weather gods have been great, so we're looking forward to another great event. Every year we get about 20% of our entrants are new, and people rotate and come one year and then I'll miss a year and then come back again. And it's like a whole lot of people that haven't seen each other for years catching up again. It's pretty cool. So I hope one day that you can put some money together, grab an airplane, come on out to Americana, Americarna.com, just John at Americarna.com or whatever on our website, email us. We'll put you together with people to look after you. We've got a number of people here now from England, Holland, 4 couples from America that I've met so far, some people from Australia. So we'd welcome you to come and see what Americana is all about. Americana was conceived from an idea I had 13 years ago where I went to an event and I just felt we needed an event that was all American only. I didn't care about whether it was brand new or 1912. It just had to be American only. So that's how it came about. I just wanted an all-American car show and I wanted to bring something to the Taranaki district that benefited the community, but more importantly was 100% free for the public. So everybody watching the show, if you want to get out here for 2020, we would make you more than welcome, as will all our entrants. People love having visitors from overseas to come and enjoy our event. Love to see you in 2020. Tap me on the shoulder, might be a surprise for you.
As you know, Americana comprises different cruise locations each day. This is day 1 being Wednesday. Behind me, an absolute sea of gorgeous colour schemes and chrome. Over 800 American classics about to embark upon the first cruise destination down Highway 45 to the township of Taranaki. I hope I pronounced that right.
Moving through, Americana for 2019. Things don't get much better than this at the beautiful Taranaki Beach. How are you, Colin?
Not too bad, thanks, Fletch.
Oh, there you stumbled on Fletch, didn't you?
Oh, just, yeah.
There you go. Now, Colin, this truck of yours, a 1951 Chevy, above and beyond, this is customised to the maximum. You've gone all out here. What can you tell us about it?
Well, we originally when we got it, it was quite a bit of a hard drive. It was very slow diff in it, so we decided that after the first Americana, we decided we're going to have to do something about this.
What you've done here, we're talking drop spindles, we're talking a totally remodified chassis, box chassis, high-tech engine up front. Nothing's from the day in 51, only the shape.
Yeah, that's right. We kept it original as we could, and we wanted everything that was to go on it was Chevrolet, because we didn't want to alter anything much on it. So that's when we decided to go ahead with it.
Engine up front, what's that?
An LS1, yeah, with a 6-speed manual gearbox.
Colin, the interior, dashboard's very cool. Looks nice. I like the console you've done. That was all your design as well?
No, that was the Zahn who built it. He designed all that, and the gear lever.
And from the inside, out to the back of the tray now. Beautiful timber work there with the black dividers. What sort of timber is it?
Jarrah.
New Zealand Jarrah.
No, I don't know. It was just Jarrah, they told me.
Just say yes, Fletch. New
Yes.
Zealand Jarrah.
Yeah, yes, Fletch. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
And the Chev bow tie there, etched into the timber work. Those little touches like that just make it so different, don't they?
Yeah, well, they come up with that idea, so they thought it looked really neat. So, yeah, we thought it was good too.
Now, when it's time for the big boots, getting the power down to the pavement and the grippy stuff, what have you done with the wheels?
Well, Zahn and them all worked it all out, and they decided to put the bigger boots on the back than the front.
It's the sort of restoration where you can get in. Obviously, you can drive it anywhere. You've got your comfort, you've got your class. And a 1951 truck, who would have ever have thought that the decades would have gone by and then someone do this to a 1951 truck?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Colin, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Fletch.
No, that's all right. You're welcome, mate. And being an integral part of Americana for 2019 and attributing to making it happen. Good on you, mate.
Yes, thanks, Fletch. Yep.
Cheers.
Yep.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird,
Oh, that's mine.
the Combi for when we want to get away, the XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
How would you like to double your garage space and work on your cars easily? Well, bring in your own hero with a Lift King hoist. Easy to install models in 1, 2 and 4 post styles. Check the very nifty Spider 2500 portable mini scissor lift. Hero hoists are either Oz certified or carry the Euro CE, your guarantee of quality construction and reliability. I regularly stand under my Lift King, so when you need a bit of a lift, why don't you go stand under yours? In 2019, why not consider a Detroit tour with Fletch? Detroit, the automotive epicenter. It will leave you gobsmacked. Imagine experiencing where automotive history on a grand scale began. Stay in fine accommodation, taking in some of the best museums and private car collections on the planet. Book your 2019 Detroit tour with Fletch. 1300 146 392. Day 2 of Americana. It's Thursday morning. Everybody's congregating here at TSB Stadium on our way to Waitara and then Inglewood later this afternoon. One guy turns up every year to Americana, doesn't miss a beat. How are you, JB?
Pretty good, thank you, Fletch.
That's good. Now, you represent the Harley-Davidson fraternity very, very well every year.
Thank you very much. Always. It's really good. I quite enjoy it and quite enjoy the cars and the people and in yourself as well. Yeah, we could do with more bikes, but hey, I enjoy it. And the kids, I love the kids. They give me heaps. It's great.
The support from the schools, that's one very special part of Americana every year, isn't it?
Absolutely. I have so much fun enjoying the kids. I go up and rebus, not out of the bike, and just have fun. And the kids give you a cheer and a wave. Some get a little bit frightened, but never mind, I'll enjoy that anyway.
Tell us about your Harley-Davidson just quickly, what you love about it, and what Americana means to you.
Harley-Davidson Softail, that's what I ride. It's a 2013. Americana, to me, I just like the culture, what they're about, what the bikes are about, even the cars, you know. I mean, it's so cool to be able to be involved in that, and I reckon I'm damn lucky to be able to have my bike in amongst all these cars, and guys, we could do with a few more bikes.
Technically, the Americana event, well, it stands for any machine that is American, obviously. JB here with the Harley-Davidson. But you do represent the bike fraternity very well because, as you've just said, there's hardly any bikes here at Americana. It's mainly cars and small trucks, and this year, I might add, over 900 vehicles are here for 2019. That's a record.
Yeah, absolutely.
JB, it's great catching up with you, and as I alluded to earlier, this guy never misses a beat. He's been to just about, well, every Americana. Keep up the good work, mate.
Thank you very much, Fletch, and thanks very much to Americana itself. It's really cool. Well done. Thank you.
Time for Mustang on today's show. How are you, Ray?
I'm pretty fit at the moment.
That's good.
Yeah, slowing down a wee bit, but downhill I'm pretty quick.
That's wonderful. It's very cool to see you here with your 1967 Mustang, and I believe that you are the most senior person as an entrant here for Americana 2019. May I ask how young are you?
94.
Ni-
Coming up 95 in a couple of months.
95 years of age.
Yeah.
Hey, now, what does that tell you? We've got these cars, our classic car fraternity. It gives longevity. You have to have a hobby and an interest, don't you, Ray?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, no doubt about that. I sometimes wonder what's going to happen to them when us oldies give it away.
How long have you had your Mustang for?
I've had that since 67.
Oh, geez, this is emotional for me. God.
Yeah.
You've had it since brand new.
Pretty well. 40 miles on it when I got it.
Okay, now, even prior to 1967, have you, obviously you've always been into cars. Where do you go back with cars?
Oh, way back in the early days, probably an Austin 7, probably, first car. I counted up one day and I had about 30 odd cars over a period, but I just reconditioned them and to tidy them up and on sell them, and as a young fella, plenty of time. And but I had a motor garage, of course, all those years, or most of those years.
Yeah. So you're a mechanic, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now this car behind us, it's obviously it's had some paint. Has it been a good car over the time?
Oh yes, it was my road car for years. I didn't consider it a classic car or anything like that. It was just a car that I had the opportunity, and I bought it as a road car, and I did the mileage. And
you're running a 390.
390 supercharged car. It came from the factory car like that. There's been nothing changed. It's an original car.
Oh, I just love this. A 390 supercharged car. That's incredible. Now, I suppose back in 1967, when you first acquired the car, it must have meant the world to you then to buy yourself a brand new Mustang.
Funny enough, it didn't. It was a strange thing. I just said to American, bring a car out for me and I'll swap you. I had a motel in Manuera in those days. This guy was a hydraulic engineer, and he worked on the sand to steel. It was an experimental thing, really. But anyway, he came out and designed hydraulics. He went back to the States and built the stuff, brought it back out again, and I did a sort of a deal with him on the accommodation and also just bring a car. And I had no idea what he was going to bring. I just said, bring a car.
Ray, it's been absolutely lovely talking to you. It really has. And I want you to enjoy Americana for this year. And we're going to see you back here in 2020. That's the deal. How's that sound?
If you're here, I'm here.
Good on
How's
you.
that? Nice to meet you, Fletch.
You too, Ray.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good on you. Thank you.
What a guy.
What a guy.
A sea of classic cars makes us appreciate them even more. That's why we have to have them insured with the very best. Why not pick up the phone and give Shannons a call for a quote and a chat on 134646. And next time you're around online, check out the Shannons Club. For more information, go to shannons.com.au.
I spend a lot of time out here. The RT Charger's the real deal. An E49. Remember A-Charger? I've always got projects on the go, so Shannon's laid-up cover helps protect my restorations. I'm Mopar through and through. It's a passion Shannon's understands. I wouldn't insure my cars and bikes with anyone else.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
If you have a restoration project, Hare and Forbes has the tools that you need. Shrinker stretchers, dollies, mallets, bead rollers, profile gauges, professional panel restoration kits, and so much more. Now I warn you, enter at your own risk because you will end up buying something. So come along to your Cap City store or browse and buy online at machineryhouse.com.au because Hare and Forbes has the range.
In 2019, why not consider a Detroit tour with Fletch? Detroit, the automotive epicenter. It will leave you gobsmacked. Imagine experiencing where automotive history on a grand scale began. Stay in fine accommodation, taking in some of the best museums and private car collections on the planet. Book your 2019 Detroit tour with Fletch. 1300 146 392.
The almighty park up here in Waitra. Every year Americana fills the main street. It is chock-a-block from one end to the other. We've got 3 lanes of cars in most places, and also the side streets as well, filling up with Americana cars. How you doing, Craig?
Bloody good, Fletch. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate, good. I wanted something cool, and I walked up and down, and there's just something about this Mercury wagon that just jumped out and it grabbed me.
Good on you. Yeah. Well, hey, it is out left field, isn't it? You know, something different. Real Americana, 9-seater wagon.
There you go.
Get the whole damn family in there.
And it's a 1965 model, and let's look at some of the features for 1965 for this wagon. For a start, we've got power windows, we've got a 6-way power seat, and the big 390 up front.
390, mate. Electric, yeah, we've got it all there. Electric windows. Yeah, no, she's just an awesome cruiser, you know. Get the waves from just about every damn person I'm going past, you know.
I love that 390 up front. It's like a Cleveland on steroids.
Well, yeah, probably sucks a bit more gas than that, though. But, you know, you can't beat the cubes.
But how cool would you be? You've got this thing that's 20 feet long. It's nicely upholstered. I like the red. It's in very good condition. Where did you get it? What's the history side of things?
It came out of California from a buddy of mine from Kiwi Classics in Modesto, sorry. And yeah, it's a really original car. The front seat has been a reupholstered, but everything else is all original in it. Motors, I would say, had a freshen at one stage, but yeah, it chugs along still pretty good. It's still got plenty of miles in it yet.
That is awesome. And the places it's been too. The history on the side glass up the back, that tells a bit of a story. I love those the period stickers from the day of the locations.
Yeah, it has been around, and no doubt it would have seen plenty of surfboard and, you know, plenty of good nice girls in it too, maybe, you know.
I'm glad you cleaned that part of it up. Yeah. You've had it for how long?
I've had it for about 5 years. Yep, dragged it back from California, like I say, Modesto. And yeah, we've done a few miles in it. Not a great deal, but it's been awesome bringing it down here, and the atmosphere and everything Americana down here has been terrific, you know.
Absolutely. John Ray and the entire team, Nadine, the volunteers, the people that put it together every year. I mean, it's one of the largest events in the North Island of New Zealand, but it's cars such as this with its American fake wood. Now, the Americans went down that path for a lot of years. They loved their timber on their cars, or their fake wood. It just goes hand in hand with a wagon such as this.
Yeah, sure does.
Simplicity up front. We've got a fairly basic type of grille. We've got dual headlights, so it's got a little bit of class up front. It's a typical full-size American car with wide track, long wheelbase, the perfect recipe for cruising.
Definitely.
And that tailgate out back, just turn the key, electric tailgate, 1965.
Bad. It's pretty good for 1965, you know. She's a good cruiser. She's just like a roller coaster down the road, you know, wallowing along. But she's a real beaut to cruising.
Okay, Craig, look, thanks for... he actually stopped his lunch for the interview. And I actually think that... Yeah, I think that's the least he could have done. Because were you enjoying the burger or not?
Yeah, of course I was. Waitra's really put it on today, and they had the bakery going really a treat, you know. So what more could I do?
Good on you, mate. All right, thanhanks for catching up, Craig.
All good, Fletch, and hey, we'll catch up again.
Absolutely, mate. And I love your wagon, I really do. And I know there's going to be a lot of people watching this episode that think the same way. Cheers, mate.
Good on you. Thank you very much.
Time now for the big park up here in the township of Inglewood. Yes, Americana 2019 has done it again and blocked off a whole street and just filled to the brim with classic cars. Got this guy here. How you doing, Derek?
Hey, Fletch, how's things, mate?
Mate, great. Absolutely fantastic. I'm at that point where I'm now looking for the weird and the wonderful, and you have certainly fitted that category.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's always try to sort of be out of the box, and be different to everyone else.
Well, you certainly have done that. Tell us, what is it?
It's a 1940 Packard Henny hearse ambulance.
Do you know who owned it?
A doctor in Pennsylvania coming to New Zealand in 2004.
I don't know about you guys, but if my doctor did a house call and pulled up outside my place in this, I think that'd make me feel sicker. Derek, what's the weight of the thing?
I think it's 2.5 to 3 tonne.
Yeah, so obviously sitting up there on a truck chassis.
Yes. Yeah, just a longer chassis from a car, you know, because it's so long, you know. But, you know, it's an awesome machine.
Long wheelbase, is it ride okay, or is it be still fairly hard?
Yeah, no, not too bad. It sits on the road really good, you know, doesn't wander or anything like that, so I'm pretty happy with that.
I've noticed on the run this last couple of days so far, out in the country, it seems to get along all right.
Yeah, it does. It's got plenty of horsepower, you know, plenty of torque. Once it's actually going, it's, you know, it's pretty good really for what it is.
What have we got up front?
Straight 8, 3-speed manual, overdrive.
Unreal. What was the year, 1940?
1940.
Now, Derek, we look at the dashboard. It's got its own opulence there, although it's a fairly low-tone, I guess, form of opulence, but it's there. It's an Art Deco type dash. We've got the bright work that's original. The original instrumentation is there. The standard Packard steering wheel with Packard proudly placed there on the horn button. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And it's just plain, you know, like, you know, in the 40s and early cars, they just were plain dashes. They're just easier than later cars.
Derek, this car in 1940 would have been a very high-end motor car.
Yeah, it would have been top of the line.
Yeah. We look out front. We've got the external headlights as well. It's just so unique.
Yeah, I think so, and that's what we're about, unique cars, you know, and old school stuff.
So I don't mean this to be a silly question, but are you going to keep it the way it is, or has a restoration crossed your mind?
I'm going to patina it a little bit more and just leave it as it is, because I think that's how it should be, as a, just the old patina look, and just keep cruising, eh?
Well, they're only original once, and if you get the mechanicals A1, well, you're home and hosed, really, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so, eh? And we just want to enjoy it, family and that, eh?
You've got your daughter in the back. The amount of room in there, she's got heaps of room back there.
She has got heaps of room in there. We're happy to do Americana and happy to see your show. I watch it all the time, so it's really awesome, Fletch.
Well, thank you very much, Derek. It certainly is a family event, this one. It's a real cracker on every year here around the Taranaki. Been wonderful catching up with you, Derek.
Yeah, and you too, Fletch. I appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed just some of Americana for 2019. On next week's show, you're going to see part 2 of this tremendous event. In the meantime, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching.
You can like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/ClassicRestosTV and watch catch-up episodes at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, Hare and Forbes Machinery House, Pace Farm, and Hero Hoists.